I have my own segment here on the show. It's called Kingdom Link, or the Kingdom Relation. How does this relate to the kingdom, or like God's principles and stuff? I found it when they were talking about magic, and that is the imagination and belief is what makes magic work.
James, oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that for real touched me on a deep level when she said that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so in the kingdom, faith and belief makes miracles happen. Like, you have to have that faith and that strong belief, and that's when miracles happen. So Siri, she's one of the oldest living beings in this world, even older than Frieren, and the most powerful mage.
And they call her the living grimoire, because she basically knows pretty much every magic spell that ever existed.
Exactly. So they were taking this test to become a first class mage. In the third test, she was just doing interviews, and it was like the first person she's talked to, she failed them, and that person asked why, and this is what she said. She said, "In the world of magic, that which can't be visualized cannot be."
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she basically failed the person because that person couldn't even imagine themselves being a first class mage.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you were gonna bring up this other spot. The one that I'm thinking of is when they were in the dungeons and they were like fighting the doubles, you know. So in this dungeon, so the dungeon kind of reaches into your, I don't know, being and creates doubles, like literal physical copies of you to send out and fight you and whoever's in the dungeon. And they have, of course, all the exact abilities and weaknesses and stuff. But so one of the proctors of the test decided to go down with them just to observe. And of course, she's strong AF. And the dungeon's like,
mage, yep.
Right. And the dungeon's like, all right, we're going to make a copy of her too. And so they're like, that's not fair. But one of the mages was like, they had run into this copy, and she's like, I can't even imagine myself defeating this. Like, this is impossible.
Yep.
Therefore, my magic is not going to work. And the way that they explained it, I was like, that actually makes sense. You know, it's like the power of imagination, but it's real. You know? But
and so were you going to bring up the other part in the dungeon where there was a person who was the opposite of her?